Today we're going to do a deep dive in the real estate market, and I'm going to show you why right now may be the best time to buy a house and save thousands of dollars in the process. Let's get started. Right now, you're probably ready to move because you're living in your parents' basement. You want to branch out, be your own person, or maybe you're expecting another child. Congratulations. Or maybe this is your first. Maybe in some cases you're going through a divorce and it just is a new time, a new season for your life. Or if you're living in an apartment, you're so tired of hearing every single sound that's happening above or below you. And let's be honest, you don't have time for that nasty. So right now, here's the issue is you want to buy this house, but affordability is causing you a lot of pain, right? Housing is so expensive. And then you also have the fact that interest rates are at all-time highs, thus making housing even more unaffordable. It all comes back down to, I don't want to be stupid. You're hearing from the news, the market may crash. You're hearing from your friends, wait, your mom, your dad, everyone is telling you what you should or should not do. Let's actually break it down for just a moment and let's go simple here. The rates are high, which means that there's no demand. And when there's no demand and high supply, that means that prices come down. And that's what we're finding here in Utah right now. There are 9,500 homes available for sale, which means that the supply is at all-time highs over the last 3 years. 2 years ago, average homes for sale or available was 1,500 when rates were low. So now it's flip-flopped. We're seeing a high increase of supply, but there's no demand. The reason why you're watching this video shows that. The fact that you're thinking, well, it's unaffordable. Should I buy? Should I not? Interest rates, all that stuff that's going through your mind, which means that ultimately pricing is coming down. And we've seen that as high as 15% actually. Right now in this market, is it a good time to buy or not? Realistically, the situation that we're facing is that when interest rates go down, what's going to happen is affordability, and those reasons we've talked about, affordability goes away, interest rates are low, and then no one's going to worry about being stupid. They're going to just go buy a house because 2 of the 3 factors are eliminated. They see their friends, their parents, all right, now's the time to buy, and that's going to raise the demand, right? But right now what we're seeing is homes are actually starting to not be listed anymore because sellers can't get the price they want. They're having to look for alternative measures to rent their house. So this supply is actually continuing to go lower and lower and lower. And then when the time interest rates happen, there's not going to be a lot of supply. And there's going to be a lot of demand, which does what? When there's no supply and high demand, everything skyrockets. So right now, knowing that, you're smart and you don't want to be stupid. So in theory, you're going, okay, well, how do I do the inverse and actually be smart here, right? Is you start to look at it and say, okay, how long are interest rates going to be this high? Can I ride this out? Should I buy a house right now when prices are low? And understand that interest rates eventually will come back again. They can't be this high forever. And if that's the case, there are alternative methods that in the video below, you can click on the link below and get more information. We dive into that alternative method and I show you the buy low, sell high program, and that's absolutely free. But that's beside the point. If you want more information, you can check that out. What you're going to do is essentially structure a deal in a way that you can still get the best of both worlds. You can get a low interest rate. And if you can get a low interest rate and be able to ride it out, you're going to get the property lower as well. So then when the market shifts, not if, but when the market shifts and interest rates go down, increasing to a higher supply, you now are sitting in a situation where you can essentially refinance. You don't have to look for more houses. You don't have to go out and participate in bidding wars and throw every single dollar at the house because you're in the house already. You're in the perfect house for you and you simply refinance. And now all of a sudden you have a low payment and you have equity in your home. Best of both worlds. So let's actually dive deep into the pain points. And the reality is when these rates do go down, and they will, believe me, what's going to happen is there's going to be a cluster of people looking at the same house, which is going to repeat what happened in year 2021 when we had multiple bidding wars and we saw houses go for $100,000 to $150,000 more than what the listing price was. Where does that money come from? It's going to end up coming from your pocket in some way, shape, or form. So right now, the biggest thing is, does it make sense to buy a home in the market? I would argue and say 100% it does if it makes sense for you. If you can afford it and you have a good paying job and you want to get into a home, that's when you should be buying. Because right now you're seeing astronomical reductions in price. You're also seeing lots of money be applied towards your closing costs, which once again in the video below, will explain how that benefits you to getting a lower interest payment as if you could get payments clear back a year ago. With all that being said, if it makes sense for you and you can afford it, I would 100% encourage you to click on the video below to check out the reasons why. Just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps. Realistically, I'm no economist, but I can tell you that with Utah, we are 30,000 plus homes short right now. Even with this demand and interest rates high, builders are not building, and that leaves us at a shortage. And if there's a shortage, we all know what happened in 2020 with the toilet paper. People lose their freaking minds. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.